the community manager for the Cryengine, and welcome to our first official Cryengine only dedicated stream. Yay!
It's launched.
Hey guys.
And here we are. This is Richard, I'm Angela, and playing without a webcam is Marcel. So that character you see over there in the screen, that's what Marcel wants to be. But he's not.
Right.
Oh, and this is Daniel, one of the main developers from Umbra, and he's going to be here playing with us and telling us everything you want to ask about his game.
Yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
So Marcel, what are we gonna do?
I don't know, does Daniel want to tell us a bit more about the game, like what Umbra is all about?
Yeah, I will. I will tell you a few words first about the game. So it's a bit special demo today that we are showing you. Basically, we prepare something a bit special for Crytek. So you are going to see some indoor and exterior environment here. So, well, I will start with the very basic about Umbra. So Umbra is an action RPG game. Basically, the idea is that we want players to have the most freedom they can in their character building, to develop every power they can, make all the combinations they want from any kind of game style they want. So basically there is no class restriction in the game. And we bring a lot of personalization possibilities for the weapon, for the armors, for special nice effects, for a special, powers that is called Apocalyptic form in the game. So it's a very special thing in Umbra. That's something you won't find in other games. The idea is basically that you can, at high level, you will be able to create an avatar from various mutation in some way. So basically you can have wings, you can have horns, you can have a third arm and equip it with new weapons, etc. So that's the basic ideas of Umbra. So the game is an open world. The setup is in an open world, and it features various indoor environments. So basically, it's like a big map with a lot of with some cities, with a lot of forest, lot of vegetation, etc. Mountains, swamp, and you will be able to enter in some cave, some building, etc. And some of them will be randomly generated. So we will see a glimpse of that in this presentation. So I've seen that Marcel has started to cast some cool spell here. So maybe you can just walk a bit in front of your character. So you can also rotate the camera. I think you've done it previously. So the idea of rotating the camera in Umbra is for people who enjoy exploration. We will have like hidden chests or hidden doors, for that kind of thing that will be only seen if you rotate the camera in the right angle. So when you go in a new place, for example, it's always better to just rotate the camera and see if there is nothing hidden around in the place.
So I have a couple of questions. One is, where does the Umbra name come from? And the other one is, how can people actually obtain the game, and is it going to be on Steam? Where is it right now?
Okay, so the name Umbra comes from, Umbra means shadow in Spanish. And the idea is that in our scenario, it's really related to our scenario. It's basically, the goal of the game will be to find what has turned wrong in the game, basically, in the universe of the game. And it's really about hidden power and people manipulating each other, that kind of thing. So I cannot tell a lot about it right now. You have actually a glimpse of the scenario of the game in our Kickstarter page. It's an update. It's the last update we did 2 days ago. We have like a huge bunch of text explaining you the basic setup of the game. So Umbra actually represents in some ways the scenario of the game. It's like the scenario of the game in one word, in a condensate way. So that's the idea. Now the game is available on, for now it's on Kickstarter, but we plan to have it on Steam. The so the Steam version will feature the alpha and the beta of the game. So basically, you will have the Steam Early Access linked to it, and we will also be available as a DRM free. As a DRM-free game, we can't say precisely on which platform now. It's possible that it will be on GOG. It's possible that it will be on our own platform. But we will update our bakers, of course, about that. So yeah, that's basic. And also about the release date, because that's something I think people are interested in. So the release date, so we will have for bakers who pledge enough on our Kickstarter, it's a wizard tier. We will allow you to play with the GDC prototype. It's basically the prototype of the game that we built for the GDC 2015.
Okay.
So you will be able to access it in 1 or 2 months, just after the Kickstarter. And so that's interesting if you want to have an early look of what we are doing. And then the game should be available in alpha around October 2015. So in few months.
Awesome. And what can you tell us about SolarFall Games? I know that you're a very small development team, and you're working on this huge game with all this lore and all these options. So how can you manage to do all that with just 3 people?
It's 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 of us, and we have actually a few part-time staff member, and we also have a good connection with basically partners that anyone could find online. But I will give you the whole idea. So basically, we are 3 people. The core team is 3 people. We all have a bit of experience with Cryengine. Actually, we are quite experienced with it, and we all worked together in the past. So the game started like as a side project in some way at our previous job. We were doing it on our free time, and that's how we met. Basically, that's how the team met, and we decided to develop that game that way, and slowly we build it a bit bigger, and finally we all end up developing it on as our main activity. So we also have like a student helping us. So basically that's our part-time member, and we have various partnership with. For example, we have made an update video on our Kickstarter about our partnership with Quixel Megascan. So basically, they offer us like beautiful assets, scanned 3D objects, and that way we are able to optimize our working time, and we are able to create this environment. And then, I mean, the Cryengine does the rest. For example, for the lighting, etc., it just looks awesome. The particle system is great. So it's funny because actually most of the particle effects are done by me, and I'm the programmer. So with the funding of the Kickstarter, we hope to have like one guy, a real artist working on it, and I think we can even raise the level of this particle even more. So that's the global idea of SolarFall Games.
You keep talking about particles, and Marcel, the one who's playing the game, is not doing
Yes.
anything right
Let's
now.
see
So
some-
let's show
Come on,
something
Marcel.
of what's going on.
Spam the 1 button, the 3 fireball.
That's actually one of the reasons I had to stop by tonight. I saw these guys
Okay.
playing it at their desk, and it was just a constant fireworks show. So.
Oh, okay, you can just
And can you explain us a bit about the skills that we're seeing right now?
So the idea about the skills are so basically you can use any skill you want in the game. You can just do if you want to play someone with a barbarian casting fireball, you can. But the idea is that the gameplay will be balanced with what we call a resource opposition system. For this demo, we pretty much canceled it because we want you to use anything as you want. Resource opposition system becomes really effective when you have built your character for several hours. Right now, it's just like a small game session, so we don't implement it. We don't make it available here. But the idea is that you can use pretty much any skill you want. So, for example, here you have a small selection of various skills. For example, you have like melee skills. You have the one where you see the player rotating. You have lighting, you have this pink rays, which is Umbra damage. So Umbra damage is like a powerful magical damage that ignores armor, for example. And I think you're maybe stuck here. Yeah, you need to... Is it okay? No, it's okay. I'm watching the stream on the meantime. So you have like frost skills, you have like pure magical skills, you have lightning skills, you have melee skills. For example, the rotating player. You have also shadow skills. So there is no shadow skill right now in your bar, but we can maybe show some later. Basically, shadow skill is more like the assassin type gameplay. So really fast. How to say, fast, a lot of damage, but usually when you use it, you won't be able to survive long if that's your main focus. So what I want to talk about right now quickly is about the tree. Oh, you stuck yourself.
It's slightly embarrassing, but I think I'm stuck behind this chest.
It doesn't matter.
Thanks, Marcel.
So I will show you another skill now, and you will be unlocked. So it doesn't matter. Press S.
Press S.
Press S and go. Just give me. Yeah, that's the first panel with the axe, and you select expulse blow. So it should be in the list.
Nope. One right there. You go.
Below. Second one.
Yeah.
Can you press S? I don't see it.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
That one.
I think I have a delay on the screen. So you select expulse blow and you have to select the gray dot, and that way you will.
Yay! Okay,
all good.
So
please continue, Dan.
Yeah, we had a couple of questions about what's the replayability of the game? How are dungeons generated?
So this particular level here is not randomly generated. We will have randomly generated level and semi-random areas. So basically, you will find in the open world, you will find some entrance to cave or to some dungeon or that kind of thing, and this part will be randomly generated. Basically, the idea is that we will use, for those who knows a bit about Cryengine, we are using the prefab system of Cryengine. So basically, it means that anyone who wants to create its own level, randomly generated, will be able to do it by modifying some asset, etc. So it will be possible for anyone to create its own level if you have the Cryengine editor.
Okay, and what are the system requirements for Umbra?
It's really similar to the basic requirement of Cryengine. So we will. I know that a lot of people ask for the ultra quality of Umbra. We can't really say it right now because the game is still in development and there is a lot of optimization we haven't done yet. But the game is not very it doesn't require a lot of resources. Basically, I can't tell it right now, but if you go online and check for the EAS license requirement, you will be able to find the minimum requirement for the game. So Marcel, now you can go on to your right. There is some enemies to kill close to the waterfall. It will be
some more technical questions for you, Dan. One thing, talk about like your usage of Kytheria IE and how you guys. It's actually the first game that's using it, right?
It's not really the first game. There is another game called Star Citizen who is using it.
Just a little game.
So yeah, it's a little game. Kythera. Well, the work we've done with Kythera, we're really happy with it because that's the kind of tool that really allow us to be really fast on our game development, and it actually brings a lot of new gameplay possibilities for the game. So basically, Kythera AI is like, for now, the way we work with it is like we say, okay, I have this level, I want Kythera to generate navigation in it, and then AI will be able to just spawn in the level and start walking, start attacking according to the behavior we gave them. So that's really nice to work with. And then there is the second part, which is dynamic navigation recalculation in some way. So basically, it means that any destruction in the world is automatically taken into consideration by Kitera, and it recalculates the navigation mesh immediately. So it allows us to create. I don't know if you saw the trailer on Kickstarter. We are showing a great scene with the player fighting on the back of a giant, and the giant is moving a bit.
Yeah.
So that's something that Kitera allows us to do, and we are really. So that scene you won't see it today because there is still some little stuff to fix. But that's the kind of scene we are really excited about to create, and I hope we will be able to show more of it real soon.
Okay, so I'm going to reintroduce us for all the people who are watching the stream. Who don't
Marcel.
know what's going on. So I am Angela, the community manager for the Cryengine. This is Richard. He is our assets creation manager.
Close.
Got it. And he makes videos and trailers. And playing right now, we have Marcel, who you also may know him as Cry Marcel from the forums. And we are interviewing our friend Daniel from Umbra. He's one of the main developers. So welcome for all the people who just got here.
Yeah. So Marcel, you have to go left. I'm sorry, I should have told you. So you have to go left because if you go right too much, I don't think we have planned a lot of enemies here. So it's you have to go left right now.
Got lost in the water.
No,
I see.
Like, did you see all the reactions like people?
Yeah, no, perfectly natural to get lost in the water. I just wanted to
actually,
there for a while.
Yeah, the main interest is on your left, so you have to go back from where you came, close to the cave, and we will keep going left, and we will go. You will see actually there is quite a lot of. There's actually really good looking environment here, so you can feel free to rotate the camera a bit. I think that close to here you will see like new enemies.
Oh, there's a giant here.
Yeah. Keep going left.
So,
Hi,
Dan,
you have
there were also some questions on the chat about environment interactions. Like, I know that earlier I accidentally destroyed a column, but I think you guys also got some plans for spell interactions between the different elements. Is that right?
Yes. I'm wondering. So we won't show them today, but yeah, the idea is basically that pretty much all physical objects will be usable, but by some of your skills. I'm watching what you're doing right now. Actually, just rotate the camera a bit and look for 3 stones close to each other, like around the circle. I think you have to go back a bit. I think you've gone.
I found a road. Is that good or bad?
I think it's if you go right, it's better. You need to go right. You need to go right, and you will see some environment. Just go right now. I think it will be.
So I see him blasting off all these skills, and you mentioned a variety of different elements, be it the ice or lightning or umbra damage. But so I'm reading on the Kickstarter, you got like 3 resources for these. How do those work together so that I'm not just going nuts like Marcel is, just killing everything?
Yeah. So just one thing for Marcel. Marcel, go back a bit close to the. To the cave where you've been. I think the thing with right here it's just not. This place is just not designed to be played in, but that's a prototype. Things happen.
It still looks amazing though.
Yeah, just go that way. So basically, the resources are that's what we call resource opposition system. So it's balanced the way you will be using your skills because you can pretty much use anything. Sorry.
I found a giant head.
I thought you found 3 stones back there. I'm sorry.
It's close to where you are actually. Rotate the camera a bit. Right. Maybe you will find them.
Straight up, Marcel. You can do this.
See, so even the people in the chat are like, I see the rocks. Marcel, what are you doing?
I think it's better if you rotate the camera. I think we will see them immediately.
So these rocks right here.
No, like straight north of that. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Looking for.
Look.
I found it.
We did it, Twitch.
Can I please get a
Good.
Get Marcel to the stones.
Thank
so, as I was saying, there is like 3 resources right now. So there is rage, stamina, and mana. So rage is in yellow on your bar. Right now it's depleted, so you don't have any. Then there is green. Green is stamina, and the blue one is mana. So the idea will be that so rage is only about offensive melee combat, and only that. There is no defensive skill or anything like that. Then there is the stamina. Stamina is about assassin type gameplay or escaping or that kind of really fast gameplay, fast attack, shadow attack. And blue finally is mana. So mana is more about the classical mage build. So basically you will need to pick between each of these resources and pick between skills of these resources and create your own character, your own character building to be able to react to every threat you will face. So basically, for example, you will have enemies that won't take any damage from physical attacks, so you will have to use fire skills, for example, or some enemies will be immune to frozen damage, etc. So that's the way you will have to balance your own character.
So you can build towards all 3, or you can just mix and match.
Yeah.
So just
Marcel,
trying to beat up that guy. Yeah.
Marcel,
Beat up that guy.
Marcel, you will need to click on this rock, on the rock with the little symbol just in front of you.
The rock.
The blue,
with the
the
little
blue,
symbol.
the blue rock.
To start a boundary.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
And there is a window that will open, and you can kill enemies too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Daniel, there was some concern on the chat that the armor does not cover the arms and the legs properly. Like, I think somebody thinks that the armor is too sexy. What do you think?
Yes. Don't worry, we will fix that. In the beginning, we took the design from an armor, and we say, okay, we want to be to have fidelity with this kind of design. So we pretty much designed it exactly how it was, but we didn't finalize the how to say the pants, the clothes per default for the character. So right now he's in underwear, but in the final game he won't be in underwear. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There will be like a real pant under it. So. Yeah.
So no role playing for you, Marcel.
No.
It's amazing. Not even on camera, and he knows that I'm in underwear.
That's right.
So here here it's a randomly generated level. So as I was saying, everything you see here has been created by it's created in the Cryengine editor. So you can have preset for every room. And in this preset, you can add randomly generated content too. So basically, all these presets will go close to each other once we generate a level. So you will have a bit similar room for several games, from a game to another, but there will be different content in it.
Just batting dudes across the room.
Yeah.
And
Is that what you call procedural, semi-procedural?
It's a semi-procedural. The reason we did it like that is that since we are using Cryengine, we can have great-looking environments, and this environment always work better if you have a little control on the way they are lit, on the way element are placed, on the way the shadow will be cast. So that's the reason we didn't choose to go with a very with a 100% procedural system. But we could actually, with our system, you can basically choose to have a default room size of 1 meter per 1 meter, so we can have a huge amount of small room close to each other without walls, so you can create a completely random, in some way procedural level. But what is interesting for us is to have some control on what the player will see. So that way we can add good-looking particles, that kind of thing everywhere. So the good shadow, good light. So that's the reason we decided to go that way. And also it will be easy for anyone to just open our assets in the Cryengine editor and modify what he wants and relaunch again just after. So it's really easy to mod. So that may be something I should have said in the beginning. I'm actually coming from the modding community. I mod a lot when I was studying, etc. So I really want people to be able to mod my game too. So that's something that is important to say.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And I read a question that actually drew my attention about looting, and if you have like a sort of stash somewhere where you can keep all your super amazing legendary weapons, because we are all hoarders at heart.
Yeah,
so.
I gotta keep all my stuff.
Yeah,
all my
you will have a stash to keep all your items in it. So don't worry, you won't have to destroy everything. There is one thing I want to say about loot, about the unique item in Umbra, because unique item are really important in hack and slash game. So the way unique item are managed in Umbra is like you have a sword and what we call a soul gem. So basically every unique item are composed by these two elements. And so a unique sword will have a unique look. It will be basically a box, and the power of this weapon will be held in a gem, and this gem will be able to be moved from an item to another. So it's designed to make sure that every player at high level won't have the exact same gear. If you want to basically play with the same effect, you will be able to pick the effect of a weapon, put it in another one, and maybe create new combos, etc. So that's something that is pretty important, because I remember when I was playing Diablo 3, at some point I was just looking for the same furnace for the same sword of prophecy, and it became a bit boring, because every player looks pretty much the same, even if there was some variation. Usually it was pretty much the same, and we just wanted to have like some diversity in Umbra. So yeah.
So I'm much better dressed now.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're stylish now.
I look like a poker.
So we still have some
thing.
minor bugs here. For example, your weapon here has like a 90-degree orientation that is a bit wrong, but it doesn't really matter. Actually, it allows us to show a cool. Actually, the weapon you had before was animated, so it was rotating in a quite vicious way. We will implement a lot of weapons like that with animated weapons that play specific animation when you attack.
Now zoom in, Marcel.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Zoom in.
Zoom in a little and equip the harvester if you can.
Twitch, how do you zoom in?
Google.
How to...
It's a wheel. With your wheel. Equip the non-blue one. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
He's trying to show the other one.
Yeah, there is a minor bug here. Yeah, the white
Once
one.
he collects all these, he tries them all on, and yeah.
So the game is not really designed to be. Actually, you have a zoom, so you can zoom as you want.
Way too cool.
So you basically can zoom, but the idea is that for now it's not designed to be played that way. I know there is a lot of YouTubers that get our demo who love to play with this third-person view, but the game right now is not designed to be played that way.
That's alright. This is a look at all my cool gear view, essentially, for me.
So actually, if you keep the white version, you have two similar weapons in your inventory. If you keep the white one, the weapon will be placed correctly in your hand. Just saying, just in case. So if you want to equip it, it will be a bit, because right now we see it like at 19 degrees. But the effect looks really cool, and the lighting looks really cool from with the zoom in. So.
Just look at that.
Yeah.
So there was a question then if you could
really
also have a female character as well.
Female character is something we are going to mostly develop for. Basically, for our game right now, we put a very minimal funding for what we need, and the female character is not included in it. But that's what female character is something that we are going to reveal in our stretch goal. I hope we will reveal them soon enough. I think our Kickstarter is not that far to be funded. So It's also a bit, but it's additional work for us, and we need to.
Sure.
We don't want to do something like just play that female character. It will be the exact same model, so I think you have a little crash.
Yes.
Marcel, what did you do?
Obviously, for anybody who is not aware of how this works, I mean, it's very early development, right? It's a prototype.
It's a prototype.
It's absolutely normal.
Actually, to be really honest with you, that's a bug we knew. And when you were just walking to this closed pipe, I was saying, oh God, don't do this. And we know there is, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a bug with this pipe. When the camera comes close to it, the game just crashes. So you just experience it, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. You can just go do the similar. Actually, just do the same you just did. Just go back in the cave, quickly go back in this level, and we will show you the rest of the game just after. We will skip basically the randomly generated level part. It will go faster that way.
I hope that all the Crysis fans in the audience will appreciate the fact that we're playing with Delta difficulty now.
I don't think it really changed anything. We have our own difficulty system.
I was feeling pretty badass now, but okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I give up. I need my glasses.
You can't do it.
I give
Leaning
up.
close all the time.
I give up.
So what I was saying about female characters was to basically we don't want just to switch the model and say, okay, hey, look, that's your female character. We want to do something a bit clean. So it means we will have to redesign the armor just a bit to make sure they fit correctly to the female character. Mm-hmm. So we will ask for some. It will be a stretch goal. That's something we are really looking to do, but that will be a stretch goal to secure for the game to create.
Well, yeah, and that makes sense, and it's actually appreciated because I remember playing games with a female character, and they would have this weird like sitting down animations with their legs open, and it really made no sense.
Mm-hmm. It won't be like that in Umbra. So it will. We want to do things good. I think we have done pretty okay so far. So that we want to keep a good design level and good art direction. So that's what we will ask. That's why we will ask for a little more funding to do this female character.
Okay, so can you talk to us a bit more about the Kickstarter again? Because
so the Kickstarter, the Kickstarter is still live. So you can go on Kickstarter and look for Umbra. I think maybe.
I'll post the link in the chat right now.
Is there a link? Okay, so good. So basically, so far I think we are around 82 maybe % of our goal. So we hope to reach it real fast, and then we will be able to reveal the stretch goal. So basically, there is a lot of really cool rewards on the Kickstarter. The game is like, for example, for €15, you can have 2 keys of the game. So basically, 2 keys. You will have a Steam key for the game, and you will have a DRM-free version of the game. So it's really worth it right now, and we have a lot of cool stuff for the Kickstarter backers. You have to go left, Marcel. And so basically,
stones will take some time again.
So
So you're suggesting really quickly being able to like explain the game and herd Marcel around at the same time. So kudos, bravo.
So basically, also you will be able to have like specific skin, so specific skin for your pets in the Kickstarter level. Actually, it was just north when you killed the enemy, Marcel. The tree stone were just when you killed the enemy, it was just a bit more north. So you can go back on your track. So we have like also specific armor for the Kickstarter, specific weapons, some really cool assets.
That's right. You got a lot of exclusive stuff for backers.
Stuff
you can only get on Kickstarter.
And yes. And we really want. We need, for example, basically this Kickstarter to keep going as a complete independent team. And we want to thank people who will help us to do so. So yes, there will be 100%. Dedicated to the Kickstarter backers. And you can also have like really cool stuff like you can have your own face in the game, you can design enemies with us, you can have your name and enemies with your name in the final game. So there is a lot of interesting rewards. You can also maybe design a weapon with us. That's quite high rewards, but they're really interesting for people who love hack and slash. So you should just go on our Kickstarter page and maybe check what the reward fits you best. And in this reward, there is also, of course, the alpha access and the prototype access to the game. And the prototype access will be available in 2 months, so it's always interesting. So, Marcel, what you can do now is press T. Or basically, you can just play a bit if you want.
Yeah, everything you see, Marcel, just try to light it on fire. Actually, pretty good.
Like a really pretty spot.
I'm actually partial toward the ice spell, the one that like freezes everything around you. I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. Actually, we have like a bit similar things in the final game about raining, etc. That kind of thing. So basically, the idea is that if you if you start to put snow everywhere, your fire skill will be a bit less effective because the area will be frozen. Yeah, and for example, we have like fire skills that can actually burn the area, and if you end up burning the area and you press the button, you cast the frost skill. The frost skill you talked about, all the fire will be shut down. So
it'll put the fire out.
Yeah, so there is some relationship like that. Also, if you are in water and you use lightning, there will be enemies will be stunned, and there is some mechanics like that that really allows you to play with the various skills we have. So there is absolutely no limitation in what you can do. But of course, if you, for example, use only frost and fire skills, it won't be efficient. So, for example, frost is very efficient with physical damage. So, if you freeze someone, you can just go and use like a mace on it. It will trigger additional damage. And if you, for example, if you freeze someone and cast a fire skill on it, it won't be effective. But the enemies will end up in a wet state. So that's the time when you can strike lightning. So there is a lot of
skill.
There is a
lot of strategy for those skills.
Yeah. Actually, also when an enemy is in a wet state, if you freeze it a little, even if your skill don't freeze him immediately, there is a chance for him to be frozen because he's wet. And so wet plus cold means you can be frozen that way. So there is some cool, really cool interaction between the spell to do, and we want to leave the player to create their own.
Did you have any strategic plans, Marcel, other than just throw fireballs at everything until it's
just
spin around?
Spin to win.
That was my master plan in life.
Yeah, right now we just
one thing. Sorry to interrupt you, Dan. There's some questions on the chat. No, Umbra is not a Crytek game. It's actually just that Crytek does the Cryengine technology that the game is using.
Yeah.
And Umbra is just an indie game from an indie company, but we were like super impressed. I remember. We had Umbra also at our booth at GDC, so the Game Developers Conference this past March in San Francisco. And I remember like the first time walking by, I was like, holy shit, have you seen those spell effects? And I can say for a fact that everybody from Crytek felt that same way. So like, I mean, Shevat himself like walked by and was like, those spell effects, man, that's impressive. Like these guys really use our technology in an awesome way, and we love that. And that's why we're doing the stream today to help some really talented indie devs out of it maybe. Yeah. Also, it's an excuse for me to throw fireballs and stuff, which is
fireballs. Yeah, some people might have liked the spell effects so much that they bludgeoned their way into a stream just to talk about it a little bit.
Might have been my idea.
Any more spells? Any more skills that we should show? Like
press S and go on the fire. I think that's one of the red. On the red stuff, and look for meteor.
Oh yes.
Meteor is cool. Which one? In the lighting, it's the one of the blue.
Fireballs, great.
Great.
In the
element. What element Marcel likes?
Can I do the chain lightning? Is that in?
Chain lightning is cool too. Yes, you can pick it. It's in the blue menu. one of the blue menu. And there is also in the fire skills there is the ignite, which is a bit cool. It's just a small fireball, but that will with fires that will spread all around every time it's something. So at some point, yeah. And at some point, it ends up to have like fire everywhere on the screen, so it's pretty cool. Another skill you can maybe show is so chain lightning is cool. Magnetic strike, I like it.
Where is that?
You saw it.
And you remove the spell that I said I like. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you.
Okay.
Very nice.
He did it intentionally.
Good job.
Yeah,
Good job.
I'm sure. Well, if you give him the option to throw fireballs, he'll take everything else out.
Yeah, I know.
And maybe chain lightning.
It's like a fireball. It's the best spell in every fantasy game ever.
Maybe you can also use in the there is like a purple black. You can maybe use a skill called multi slash. Which will make your character to jump from an enemy to another and in a shadow form. So it's pretty cool too.
I'm gonna need to see that.
All right, let's find some fools to waste.
Somebody said, I feel the melee skills do more damage than the magic spells, and I think it makes sense, but that you really should combine both of them. How he was explaining that people are, for example, more vulnerable to physical attacks if they are frozen.
Yeah, the thing to know is that this is really a prototype. There is no balance at all in this build. Okay. We just want people to strike everything they can. We just want to show like
Marcel.
He's perfect.
Yeah,
perfectly
exactly.
suited for this. Just zap it all.
So yeah, you can expect better balance in our alpha, like in 5 months, something like that. We started actually to work on the balance, but we didn't want to provide it in this version. For now, we just want people to see cool effects and good dynamic gameplay.
And how long have you been working on the actual game?
On the actual game, that's a really good question.
Wow,
I got excited by Meteor.
That was really cool. Sorry.
It's time to Meteor some.
No problem. So the game development started, as I said, the game development started like 4 years ago, but it was like a part-time project, and mostly I was working on technical stuff and to make sure that the future integration of everything we will work on will be easier. So the real game started about maybe 1 year ago, a bit more.
Okay.
And we started to design good-looking spell. At this point, we already had everything we needed to cast spells, do awesome effects on the screen, etc. And then we started to work on the level and the lighting and the environment about, I think it was like 7 months ago, I think, something like that. So, yeah.
Wow.
We've made pretty nice progress, but that's all thanks to, thanks to Cryengine and all the tools we have developed around it. So it allows us to have really cool stuff. Really cool.
Richard isn't even paying attention. He's
I'm
just
trying.
looking
Back and forth.
Actually.
It's hard to compete with a meteor.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
And that teleport thing with shadows is really cool as well.
Yeah. I love this one. Actually, we plan to have much more. And what I told you about the apocalyptic form. So the apocalyptic form, I just say it again quickly for people who just joined, is just a very specific feature of the game, which allows you to create an avatar of destruction with several mutations. So basically you can have horn, you can have a body of fire, you can have wings, etc. And there is one really cool mutation we want to add. I think we will show it in a Kickstarter update soon. Is like your shadow being your body being completely converted into shadows, and you will be able to jump from a shadow to another automatically. That kind of thing to make really do something really dynamic and impressive to watch. So we are really excited to show it, and we hope to show it quickly.
Yeah. So just so I have the concept down with apocalyptic form, what you're doing is you're entering an enhanced state that is customized by how you've built your character, right?
Yes.
So in some instances you might have wings, and some you'll have an extra sword. So.
Yes. The idea is basically if you use, for example, a lot of fire skill, you will unlock mutation in some way mutations that are related to fire skills. So
okay.
in that case, you will.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in that
know
case,
what your apocalyptic form is
Yeah.
going to look like already.
if you use a lot of shadow effects, you will unlock shadow related mutation in some way. And with this mutation, you will be able to pick the one you like, up to 3. And from that, you will be able to create your own form and turn into this form for like a minimum, for like a small amount of time. And then there will be a quite long cooldown, but you will have like ways to reduce it, etc. Thanks to the gears you will find, etc. So the idea, actually, of the apocalyptic form is that we want like to have quite easy stuff to how to say. There will be like really difficult game. How to say? Sorry. The game is quite easy for some time, and at some point you will have like huge difficulty raising. So that will be the time where you are supposed to use your apocalyptic form. So if you use it without thinking correctly first, it's very possible that you end up to dying just after. So yeah. So
it's a good way to come out against those wake-up bosses. Or those, difficult.
Yeah, but one apocalyptic form may not be enough against the bosses, so you will still need a lot of skills to make it work correctly.
Right.
So now that we're best friends, I have one important question. What do I have to do like later on when the game is out to get my angel wings? That's very important to me. Like,
he's been talking.
Fireballs, meteors, angel wings.
He's been talking about the angel wings for like 5 days. I don't know. Every time we talk about Umbra, he's like, "But my angel wings." Like,
sometimes when we don't talk about Umbra, he still asks about his angel wings.
You will have angel wings.
Yeah, my angel wings.
It's planned, and you will have angel wings, and this the angel wings effect will be pretty cool. It will allow you to like plan in some way above the enemies. So that's something which is really cool. We will maybe not show during the Kickstarter update, but it will be shown at some point, and you will be really happy to get it.
Excellent. That's what I want to hear. So there were some questions. There seems to be some fans of the shadow-based stuff. So
I'm one of the fans.
Yeah, seriously, that's probably how I'm gonna play.
Like that's me typing.
Oh,
great.
Fair enough.
Well, I think you are using one of the skills that is not finished yet, with the one with shadow coming out from your hands. That skill did not end up yet, but I mean, when we designed this shadow skill, I mean, the team was like, wow, this is awesome, we need to do more, etc. So right now we just make one available for you, but there will be like a complete collection of skills available that way.
Yeah.
So
it's like it's a whole other element, sort of.
I found a new fire.
Yeah, so you can have like all 4 skills of just one type.
Yeah, and also something important about skills. Skills are looted as books, and
so that chain lightning on them, Marcel. Do us a favor. There we go.
Skill are looted as books actually, and it's pretty much the same way apocalyptic form are generated. So basically, if you use a lot of shadow skill, you will have more chance to unlock these books. And basically, you find these books on enemies. So basically, you don't see all the skills on the skill tree in the beginning. So that's important to say.
And for this question is for Marcel. How do you get the angel wings? What kinds of spells do you need to get the angel wings?
The way we are thinking about it right now is about healing skills for your basically for your mercenaries. So there is quite there is a system that allows you to have mercenaries with you, and you can increase the amount of mercenary you will have with you. So it will be some kind of healings and support the group-based skills. So
you have companions. Okay.
Yes,
cool.
You can have companions. You can have basically one mercenaries and one pet, one dog basically with you. And there is really cool pet skins on our Kickstarter page. You should check them because you won't have them later. And so you can have one of each, and there will be passive skill to allow you to have more. So
we're talking like full on pet system. Like they're gonna go to town and sell my extra stuff for me, and
Actually, we designed some really fun stuff with that. For example, you will be able to feed them with some ingredients you found in the game, and they will maybe dig for treasure and maybe find good loot for you. So
That's right.
actually, I'm talking about the ingredients, the food, etc. These food are supposed to be used in your potion. So you see there is a potion system on the bottom left of the screen, and actually this potion system at the moment is really similar to Path of Exile, to the system in Path of Exile, because that's the smartest potion system we found. And so the idea is that you will be able to customize this potion to cook them in some way. And there will be like special recipes, and once you complete your recipes, you will have like much better effect on your potion.
Oh, so my standard health pot is gonna buff me as well when I take it. Oh,
yes.
okay, cool.
And actually, some potion won't even be like health potion. For example, there will be potions that allows you to have a huge magic find bonus for like 5 seconds. So that's the kind of item you have to use just before you kill a boss to generate a better item. So maybe something you can do now. We can maybe bring you in the final zone once you've killed everyone here.
Are you ready for that? Do you have enough fireballs left?
Maybe you should pick the meteor for. I don't know.
Maybe he has the
okay.
Of course he has it.
Yeah.
Of course.
He wouldn't have started if he didn't have sufficient fireball.
Yeah. So once you're ready, just press T, and you will be teleported in a new area, and it will be a quite cool fight to end with. So just kill everyone you see here, and then you will see the red forest part of the level that we've shown in the screenshot. So that's a really good looking place. So you will see it.
So I wanted to ask you again about the pets. What kinds of pets will be available, like dogs?
For now, we only plan to have dogs.
Okay.
For now, we only plan to have dogs, but we have some idea for other pets. But
those are for the stretch goals.
Yes, and for now they won't have they won't have other effects. Basically, they will all have the same effect.
Okay, they would simply look different, but they will still do the same.
Yeah, so exclusive skins.
Okay, so can you make a cat for me? Thank you.
I will try. I will see.
Okay, thanks.
Straight right at the end of the list.
It's on the Kickstarter. Marcel, you have to, if you want to, the fight starts. So let's go.
And I wanted to ask you something that I forgot, but now I remember. Why did you decide to use the Cryengine?
That's an important question.
That's an important question.
Well, since I had some experience in it, I already seen what it could bring me if I wanted to create my own game. So that's the main reason I choose it, because I knew, I want to do this, I want to do that, etc. There is like, for example, there is a nice projectile system in the actor and projectile system in the Cryengine. Basically, there is a lot of stuff I didn't wanted to do myself. For example, also I didn't want to work on the render at all, and I wanted good rendering. So that's pretty much the reason I choose to use Cryengine with all the effects, the particle effects, the lighting, etc. And basically, at the time, I was like modding on Crysis, and I pretty much I just started to make like small tests, like what will happen if I put a camera, an hack and slash camera in Cryengine, etc. And I really see the potential it had. So that's really the reason I say, I really need to create my game on Cryengine, and that's the way it pretty much started.
Hey.
So yeah, all the effects, and actually it's quite easy for us, for our team, to create this environment. You see, basically the prototype that bakers will get is something that will be in like I think 1 month or 1 month half. No, maybe a bit more. No, sorry. Like 5 months, something like that. In the beginning, we didn't started to work precisely on it. Okay. So you will see that there is a ton of stuff we were able to create, and we are really happy with the results. So
that red forest just looks amazing.
So I know that you already answered this question, but people are asking again. Will you allow modding for this game?
We will allow modding. Basically, it's how to say. Um, our system are really easy to use. Basically, they how to say they are based on XML files, so you just need to modify a few tweaks. For example, if you want to change the look of a weapon, you can just for example change the paths and it will work. Now, if you want to change levels or create your own levels or do some extensive works that require Cryengine. For now, as far as I know, the sandbox is a Crytek product, so you will need the sandbox access to do very big modification on the game. So, but maybe we'll find a way. I don't know. That will depend of talk with Crytek. But so basically, the idea is that you will be able to change, like for example, weapon easily, that kind of thing. Create your own skill based on our system. But if you want to go really deep, then we will need to create the sandbox SDK.
So
it depends
what else can you show us about this last level for now?
For now, that was mostly what I want to show to you.
Marcel
Basically, the cool looking environment and the last fight. So that was mostly what I wanted to show. So I think I hope people liked it. So yeah, meteors on the building, destruction, etc. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show pretty much. Cool graphic, cool particle effects, a lot of spells, tons of potential. So we are on Kickstarter. We are only looking for your help. So don't hesitate to come on our page and participate with us.
Thank you so much.
There is one more thing, Daniel. Did we talk about the housing system?
Yes, and there is another thing that people are asking. I think it's multiplayer, so we will talk about it too. So housing, basically the idea of housing is that you will be able to create your own house. We released a video something like 3 days ago, something like that, 4 days ago, about housing. Housing allows you to create your house with small module, like 1 meter per 1 square meter. I think for example, to create the floor, to add the walls on your house, etc. So it will allow you also to feature all the items you have found in the game. You will be able to put them on the wall, put them on the table, put armors on mannequins, etc.
Yeah, that's what I was really cool.
That's the better stash in some way.
Is my sword going to be spinning around on the wall?
You can. We will how to say? We will allow you to have like tons of stuff. For example, we want to allow player to, for example, if you kill a boss, you will unlock an achievement. And that achievement, yes, you can have a statue of yourself killing a boss, for example. There is a lot of cool stuff we want to be featured in the housing system. So that's the main idea. And about multiplayer now, a quick word about it. For now, the game don't support multiplayer with the initial funding, but it will be also be a stretch goal, and we will really love to develop it. So that's something we really want people to push us, and we hope we will be able to develop it.
Well, so you heard that you still have, about 18 days left for your Kickstarter campaign? 18 days, and you have 82%, you said?
Yeah, something like that. So we hope it will jump, and once we will be close to the funding, we'll start to reveal the stretch goal, and we hope people will really enjoy what they will say. What they will see.
Yeah, so guys, if you like what you see, Marcel's going to post the link again to the Kickstarter, I imagine. Spam that link. Yep.
I think Marcel should come over and say hello because
probably, absolutely. Yes. I mean, after his light show, Fireballs. I think he calls it Fireballs the musical.
There was a question if you can have a statue of Angela in your house.
No.
Not sure.
Hell
but
no.
Get him in here.
You have to come closer.
Come on. Here we go.
Okay, so
hello everyone.
Hi, we are.
I'm the Fireball guy.
Yes, he's the Fireball guy.
Fireball guy. I'm the guy that makes trailers but just crashed this because this game looks awesome.
And I am the cat lady. So.
Good.
You're the community
And
manager.
I'm
And
also,
also the
I
community
forgot, I'm
manager.
also the community manager for the Cryengine, and I actually wanted to set up a stream with the Umbra guys because we really like their game. So thank you so much for coming with us, Daniel. It was really a pleasure to have you.
Well, it was my pleasure. It was great to talk with you guys, and well, I hope we will be able to do some other Twitch like that soon. So
Yes.
it was great to work with you today, and yeah.
So this was Umbra by SolarFall Games, and we really hope you enjoyed it because we did.
I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I definitely
If
enjoyed
you
it.
I
need
did too.
any help testing a Fireballs or Angel Wings, you
We
just
will
let me
send
know.
you a build
Always
as soon
happy.
as we have new fire skill and stuff like that. And there is some really cool skills we are working on right now. I think you will really love them.
Yes, this is my apocalyptic form. I grow an Angela and a Marcel.
So yeah.
So again, thanks a lot for tuning in, and we hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah, we did.
See
I
you
did.
guys.
So
Thanks, Daniel.
Guys.
Back to
See
the
you.
game. It's awesome.
Yeah, back
Thank
to the
you.
game.
See you. Bye.